Welcome back to another episode of Naked Nuclear, where we strip away the bulky myths and misunderstandings around nuclear energy and technology. I'm your host, Danielle, and this is another special episode for Black History Month. Today, we're going to be spotlighting one of the most brilliant minds in physics and technology, Dr. Shirley Ann Jackson. Dr. Jackson's story is one of groundbreaking firsts, world-changing discoveries, and unwavering commitment to science and leadership, from Bell Labs to MIT to the Nuclear Regulatory Commission. Her work has shaped the technological world we live in today. So let's dive into the life and legacy of this trailblazing physicist. Dr. Shirley Ann Jackson was born in Washington, D.C. in 1946, a time when opportunities for women, especially Black women, in science were limited. But that didn't stop her. With an early love for science and mathematics, she attended MIT, and in 1973 became the first Black woman to earn a PhD from the institution in any field. Her research focused on theoretical physics, specifically condensed matter physics, which laid the groundwork for future innovations in electronic and telecommunication technology. But her journey wasn't just about personal success. It was about breaking barriers and paving the way for others. An early story about Dr. Jackson's life was when she was a freshman at MIT. She saw a group of girls sitting down doing their problem sets. She had already finished half of her problem sets and came up to them and asked if she could join them. "Go away," said the girls. She asked again, "I've actually finished half of my problem set. Can I join you?" She said, "Go away, leave us alone." That was her experience at MIT. But not to be deterred, Dr. Jackson finished her problem set and, digging her heels in, decided that she was going to stay for the long run at MIT all the way to finish her PhD. And during her time there, she created the first Black student union on campus. But what even is condensed matter physics? Imagine you have a big Lego castle. Each Lego brick is like a tiny piece of matter, like an atom or an electron. Condensed matter physics is all about how studying these tiny pieces come together to form solid things like metals and even some of the devices on your phone. Some really cool things happen when tiny particles work together. For example, why does metal conduct electricity? Because the electrons inside can move around freely, like kids running around on a playground. Why is glass transparent, but metal isn't? Because tiny pieces in glass let light pass through, while metal blocks the light. How do magnets work? Because tiny invisible forces inside certain materials make atoms line up in a very special way. Scientists like Dr. Shirley Ann studied these so we can build things like computers, solar panels, and even fiber optic cables for the internet. After earning her doctorate, Dr. Jackson worked at Bell Labs, one of the most prestigious institutes in the world. There, she contributed to the development of technologies that have become everyday essential. Here are some of those things: touch-tone telephones, caller ID, call waiting, fiber optic cables, portable fax machines. These breakthroughs revolutionize how we communicate, making her work foundational to the modern digital era. Although she was working in theoretical physics, her research had profound real-world applications. A leader in the nuclear policy field in higher education, Dr. Jackson's expertise in physics led her to influential positions in government and academia. In 1995, she was appointed chair of the U.S. Nuclear Regulatory Commission, the NRC, becoming the first woman and the first African American to hold the position. At the NRC, she emphasized the importance of rigorous safety standards, regulatory transparency, and public trust in nuclear energy. She spearheaded initiatives to improve nuclear plant safety by enhancing risk-informed regulations, modernizing reactor oversight, and strengthening emergency preparedness protocols. Under her leadership, the NRC developed the Reactor Oversight Process, a framework that increased transparency, and ensured nuclear facilities met strict safety requirements. She also played a critical role in enhancing communication between NRC, the nuclear industry, and the public, reinforcing trust in the regulatory process. After her tenure at the NRC, Dr. Jackson transitioned into academia, serving as the 18th president of the Rensselaer Polytechnical Institute. Under her leadership, the university strengthened its engineering research programs, particularly in energy and computer science. A legacy of excellence and impact, Dr. Jackson's influence extends far beyond any single institution or discovery. Her journey serves as an inspiration for aspiring scientists, especially women of color looking to break into STEM fields. Her career is proof that barriers can be broken, and when they are, the world benefits from innovation and leadership that follows. Dr. Jackson's been recognized with numerous honors, including the National Medal of Science, and continues to be a guiding force in science policy and education. I know sometimes we can look back on these stories and think they happened so far in the past, but here's a little context for you. Dr. Shirley Ann Jackson and Dr. Susan Lavelle, also known as my mom, are only 8 years apart. That's not that long ago. So when we think of challenges minorities face in science back then and now, it's really only one generation ago for the people in my family. Dr. Shirley Ann Jackson's story is a testament to resilience, brilliance, and the power of science to shape the world. From revolutionizing telecommunications to shaping nuclear policy, it's her contributions that remind us of the importance of diversity and innovation in science. Thank you for joining me on today's episode of Naked Nuclear in our Black History Month Spotlight. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe and share it. Stay tuned because Naked Nuclear is diving into nuclear policy and diplomacy in Season 4. But until next time, stay curious.